We are too. Welcome to the Little League Softball World Series presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Greenville, North Carolina is the site where 12 teams made their appearance here at the World Series, and this is an elimination game between two of those teams, Washington and Canada. Only one of these squads is going to advance to Friday's game. We've already played one game today, another elimination game, and man, New Jersey was swinging it so good. Second straight double-digit win for the kids from New Jersey as they beat Japan 11-0 and eliminate Team Japan. So you see how our bracket looks right now. New Jersey is on to Friday. They'll get a break tomorrow. They will face the loser of Puerto Rico and Kentucky, which will take place tomorrow. And our second elimination game today, it is Washington, Canada. Winner of this game is moving on to Friday to face the loser of Florida and North Carolina. It's already been a really fun week, and we've seen these kids under pressure. They're ready to go once again. Courtney Lau alongside two-time Olympic gold medalist Michelle Smith, two-time All-American, Big 12 Player of the Year Amanda Scarborough. And man, for these two teams, I feel like we've seen a turnaround for both squads to get to this point.
Yeah, these two teams in their opening game, they got beat pretty hard. I mean, they gave up double-digit runs. It just wasn't the best version of themselves. However, then they were able to come back in a close game and pull one out to make it here. This is going to be two teams fighting hard and playing well.
Yeah, and Amanda, to your point, momentum is a real thing. We see it at the elite level. We've seen it here at the Little League World Series. Getting that momentum early in the game has been very important.
I don't know how much more momentum Maddie Locke could have given Washington, Amanda, because she was a triple short of the cycle in their last game.
The momentum started with her because she led off the game in the first inning, the first time she came up with an out-of-the-park home run. She was a triple short of the cycle in this game. In fact, she drove in or scored all 7 of Washington's runs. So she didn't just do it offensively. She got the start in the circle as well, and we have seen what it looks like when she can take over games. Again, she gave up those double-digit runs in game 1, but then settled in game 2. We expect to see more of the same from her in the circle like we saw in the win just before this game.
And you know, too, she'll be bringing that big bat that she swings. Maddie Locke had a fantastic outing, a huge piece of this Washington Little League team. They will be facing a team for Canada, Michelle, that had to come from behind, and Livia Artie in the circle was so important. How was she effective?
Artie was just effective all the way around. She has been stellar in the circle for Canada. We know how important that is. And Artie, when she's controlling the zone, she is tough to hit. She gave up just a couple hits and walks against Italy. But what was so impressive is she retired 14 of the final 15 batters she faced. She was on a roll. She had some good defense behind her, and that helped Canada punch their ticket to this game.
All right, so Livia Artie will be back in the circle again. 19 of 23 first pitch strikes for her. That was against Italy yesterday as they eliminated the Italian team. It is Canada. It is Washington. It's elimination time here in Greenville. First pitch coming up between these two teams as they battle for their summer to continue. Softball World Series is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. And in part by DQ. Happy tastes good. That is our fantastic crew here at the Little League Softball World Series. Our ESPN family absolutely loves doing this event. Of course, our director, Griff, is laying out in front of everybody. Goodness gracious. Thank you so much to the amazing crew for all the rain delays, the long days. They have hung in there to make sure that we can bring these amazing athletes right to your home. So we thank all of them for their hard work. Team Washington is ready to go, and let's meet the team making their second appearance for this Little League.
My name is Janessa Malone, and my favorite sports team is UW Softball.
My name is Avery Kamusa, and one of my favorite emojis is the red 100%.
Hello, my name is Lucy Carpenter, and my favorite dessert is chocolate cake.
My name is Kaya Ho'olulu. My favorite actor is Jason Momoa.
I'm Layla Bailey, and my favorite sports team is the Denver Broncos.
I'm Hannah Schneer, and my favorite subject is science.
Hi, I'm Julia Wright, and my favorite food is tacos. I'm Ella Bowers, and my favorite singer is Megan Maroney. I'm Jocelyn Day, and my favorite athlete is Brie Ellis.
My name is Harlan Isley, and my favorite subject is art.
I'm Madison Tawny, and my favorite athlete is Brian Wood. My name is Maddie Locke, and my favorite softball player is Megan Grant.
Snohomish, Washington batting order. It's Jalea Wright at the top of the order. And then Maddie Locke, who we told you about, 3 for 3 with a home run yesterday. She is in that 2 spot. And in the circle, it'll be the ace for Canada and Livia Artie.
And Artie, we mentioned her in the open, just so strong. She's got a good changeup, or her slow pitch. She's got a little bit of a natural screwball. But she's one of those young ladies that needs to throw a lot and needs to have a very long warm-up before she gets in the game. And when she does that and gets on a roll, we've seen that momentum take over for her, and she has been stellar.
So an interesting nugget we learned about last night, Amanda. On the coin flip to see who was home and who was away, Washington won the flip and chose to be the visitor for this game.
Yeah, they want to be the ones that go out and get the first AB and score first and get some run support for Maddie Locke in the circle. We'll see if they're able to do that here in the top of the first.
Can Jalea Wright grab that momentum? She's a big Tegan Cavan fan, the national champion pitcher at Texas. It's a Washington team who never trailed in their regional. They went 3-0, but faced some more adversity here after being run-ruled on Sunday in their opener. But for them to come back and turn things around on Tuesday, they looked like a different team, just like New Jersey did today.
Yeah, it's a complete team effort. Had some good defense behind Maddie Locke. Put a lot of runs up on the board.
It's a 2-2 to Wright.
They know they're going to get a lot of strikes with Hardy, and the way that we saw her pitch last night against Italy, she was so good at first pitch strikes. Didn't have one in this first at bat, but she just got on a roll in yesterday's game and really attacked the zone early in the count.
Olivia Artie, 13 years old for Team Canada. And she'll start this game with a strikeout.
Well, Artie is going to get this pitch up in the zone. You can see that's up at the shoulders. It's a big first out of the game for Olivia Artie.
And now here comes Maddie Locke hitting 600 for the tournament, 3 hits, 4 RBI. Takes the first pitch out to left field. Locke not wasting any time and trying to carry over that momentum she built yesterday.
That's the thing that you notice about Locke is that she's not just a home run hitter like her favorite player is in Megan Grant. Megan Grant, she can hit for average as well, but you can tell she looks up to her, goes up and gets that pitch up in the zone. It's a hard line drive. I mean, Maddie Locke, when she connects with hard balls flying off of her bat.
Definitely a hitter you can't mess around with. Here's JoJo Day, who's going to make contact on the first pitch from Artie. Pele trying to stop that ball, and Maddie Locke's going to slide into second.
Well, I like that Maddie is aggressive. She sees that ball down. It does not get very far away from Pele, but it's all about the jump. Maddie aggressive, gets herself in scoring position.
She'll advance on the wild pitch.
Well, we've seen this with these really good athletes, Michelle, that they really can kind of get a run going on their own. So Maddie Locke gets to first base. She sees that ball down, gets herself to second, aggressive on the base pass. I mean, it reminds me of Avery Cox from Texas. Like being able to generate momentum in the circle because they're pitchers, being able to generate momentum because they can hit the long ball, but they can also get on base and use their athleticism to score a run in a different way.
Well, it sets the tone. It shows your opponent that you're going to take every little thing they give you. The ball gets away from you, I'm taking that extra 60 feet.
And Artie gets her to swing on that one. It's 2 strikeouts already for Livia Artie.
Now, it's kind of a half-hearted swing. This is a pitch well off the plate, and it looks like JoJo was not quite sure if she wanted to go after this, but expands the zone. Second strikeout, big out for Artie.
Maddie Tawney will swing at the first pitch. It's 2 down with Locke on second for Tawney, whose dream job is a criminal psychologist. That is very specific. Tawney pops up, and Jeanette trips up over the base, trying to back up and field that ball. It'll be a foul ball.
Guys, I can't hide this from you guys. That happened to me in a college game. I was playing first base, drop stepping back on a ball down the line, and I tripped over the bag too. And then I got up because we were in maroon uniforms. I had a maroon line down my uniform. It didn't make the catch. It looked a lot like that. Memories.
So it happens.
It does happen at every level.
Yeah, that's 3 strikeouts in the inning for Livia Artie, and Washington is going to leave a runner stranded on second.
Good start for Artie, who sometimes takes a little bit to get going, but not in this first inning. The elimination game, 3 strikeouts and a changeup that is working well for that third one.
Well, Canada gets out of a jam, scoreless ball game, and they'll grab the bats for the first time. 3rd straight appearance for on-field Little League at the Little League Softball World Series. Let's meet the team.
Hi, my name is Olivia Collard, and my favorite celebrity is Justin Bieber.
Hi, my name is Isabella Crystal Deschênes, and my favorite food is spaghetti.
My name is Olivia Puga, and my favorite softball player is Sam Landry.
My name is Charlie Rose Bouchard, and my favorite singer is Bad Bunny.
Bonjour, mon nom est Olivia Hardy, et ma nourriture préférée est les tacos.
Mon nom est Cassia Pessir, et ma célébrité préférée est M&M.
Hi, my name is Billy Le Breton, and my favorite sports team is the Montreal Canadiens.
My name is Lena Pele, and my dream job is a lawyer.
My name is Alexia Parent, and my favorite band is Imagine Dragons.
Hi, my name is Eva Benoit, and my favorite celebrity is The Rock with his friend Kevin Hart.
Hello, my name is Alice Joannette. My favorite athlete is Jericho Junior.
Bonjour, je m'appelle Sophie Lemieux et ma célébrité préférée est Sia.
This team out of Quebec, at the top of the order, it's Charlie Ross Bouchard. And they will be taking on Maddie Locke in the circle, who's gotten every start this week and pitched every inning of the regional for Team Washington.
And she throws with good velocity, will hit 60, 61 miles an hour. And it's a fantastic speed for this age group, but she'll throw a little bit of everything, Michelle. We got a curve, screw, drop, rise, change up, backdoor curve. So good mix for Maddie Locke in the circle, who had 4 strikeouts in that win against Texas. That is a tough Texas team that they beat to get here.
Yes.
Yeah, that was a heck of a ball game yesterday.
Yeah, she's had her hands full since showing up here in Greenville after going against Florida and also Texas.
And going inside for a first pitch strike on Ross Bouchard.
And seeing that she's a slapper up, you can tell that the outfield is kind of playing toward her, expecting her to hit toward the left side. So Malone out in left field is playing pretty shallow and guarding that line. And then Hualulu out in center field is more toward that left center field gap, expecting the ball toward the left side.
Canada told us they feel like the strength of this team has been their hitting on the road to getting them here. I know the run production has been a bit limited, but their manager, Ozzie Pele, has an interesting thing that he tells them. He said, if you go to war, do you want a bat or do you want the ball? And he's like, pick the bat, step up to the plate, be ready to swing.
Well, and it just took the first inning and the first batter getting on with 2 outs for the energy of the Canadian dugout to just explode. Like, they really feed off of each other's energy, especially offensively. Defensively, they're a little bit more subdued, a little bit more quiet, but offensively, they're loud.
Ross Bouchard hanging in there, fouling that off. Oh, and they call her out. Was she outside of the box?
I think they're calling that a check swing that she went, so it'll be a strikeout.
Yeah, it looks like that's a swing. She crossed the plate. Good job. Nicely, sorry, to finish that play.
And both pitchers starting this game with strikeouts. Olivia Puga. We mentioned their manager, Ozzie Pele, who was born in Venezuela, moved to Canada when he was 13.
Sur la ligne du premier, Oli, sur la dernière minute.
Speaking French, also speaks Spanish, and of course English. He was one of the most energetic and fun managers that we talked to.
Swing, away, amuse-toi.
Back-to-back Ks for Locke.
Maddie Locke has that great velocity. Nice over-the-top rotation on that pitch, really threading the needle on the outer half. You can just see the way that she locates that pitch well. Gets her second strikeout of the game.
She's consistently pounding the zone, low in the zone. You can tell she's in a really good place. And that first game when this Washington team gave up 14 runs to Florida, She was a little all over the place. So was the defense, but you could just tell nerves, I think, were affecting her a little bit. And this consistency that you're seeing her spot this outside pitch to the right-handed hitters right at the knees, kind of breaking off the plate. I mean, she's throwing that pitch with great control in this game, and you can tell that she can be very consistent and pound the zone.
Olivia Kolar can pound that softball, drops it into right field, slips on first base, and is going to have to go back.
And Kolar is a very aggressive hitter. Her bat just flies through the strike zone, and she connects well with this, lifts it out to right field, and Carpenter took a little indirect route, does not get underneath that fly ball, kind of just let it fall in front of her. So Kolar, with 2 outs, is going to reach, even despite her fall after rounding first base.
Pitch inside to Lena Pele, the daughter of the manager. Big Minecraft fan. You know, we told you Washington won the coin toss and chose to hit first. Do you think it helps for Maddie Locke to get out there and swing the bat first before she had to step in the circle? Does it take any pressure off?
I do. I think it just, gets the game started, gets her in a better spot.
Runner going. Throw goes out to center field.
Maddie's last pitch, a changeup, really nice. Mix of speeds.
Quick shoe tie.
Double knock.
Batting gloves might make it a little more difficult.
Yes.
Plus the pressure of everyone watching you tie your shoe.
Two is the count.
And it is 3 strikeouts in this first inning for Maddie Locke in Washington.
Maddie Locke with great velocity, but how about movement? She can control the zone using that pitch on the outer half, a little bit of off speed, but Maddie Locke getting it done in the circle for Washington.
Women's softball championship here out in Greenville for the Little League Softball World Series. What a day that it's been so far. I'm with Danielle Laurie, who won a Women's College World Series, is what I was saying back when you played at Washington, 2-time Olympian, and your daughter, Madison Locke, out there in the circle. You have played in some major moments. How do the nerves compare? You being in the circle and watching your daughter out there.
I don't have any control, Chris. I think that is the hardest part about being a parent that's in it, is like just watching and hope that, you know, they trust themselves in those pressure moments and they can just go out and play free.
Your husband, Drew, is also in the dugout. He also played professionally in baseball. You guys being in those big moments, what was your advice to Madison before this elimination game today?
God, really the trust. I really am so big on like leaning into the pressure and like loving that part of it. But if you can't trust the work that's got you here, you have nothing. So it's really always comes down to that. Trust your teammates and enjoy it. Like, they've earned the right to be here. And if you can't enjoy it, then it's not fun, right? So that's really the biggest advice we've given her.
The great part about Little League is that you're getting to do this as a community. And you were telling me that some of them are some of Maddie's school friends as well. And to do this as a family with Drew in the dugout and your other daughters here, like, what has this been like to share this as a family?
This summer is going to go down one in the memory books for a long time. I'm not sure I thought that maybe we were going to get here, because I know how hard it is. But the time that my husband's getting with Maddie and this team over the course of the last couple weeks, like, those are cherished memories he's going to have. And hopefully one day with my other daughter, if they could make a run, and then just me getting to be on the outside and watch and be here with my family and the community. Like, we have a good group that's made the trip. Like, my daughter, we're having special times together, and I'm very grateful that I just get to be here and watch and be a mom and take it all in.
Mom, we will let you enjoy the game and the nerves hopefully settle down.
Thank you. We got to get some rest.
That's why she's out here on the porch. Guys.
I was going to say, Chris, there's a reason that Danielle is not over here in the stands. She likes to be out there. You know, she can do her own thing. There is her other daughter, Audrey, Maddie's younger sister.
Oh, she's a great athlete as well. So wonderful. What a great experience for the family. I was talking with Drew last night after the game, and he was just, you know, so proud of all the girls. But, you know, talking specifically how this team's been through a lot. They lost game 1 at States and had to come back and win 7 games. And, you know, so he knows. He played professional baseball, what it's like. And I think at this age, sometimes you think the world is ending when you lose one game, or you strike out, or you drop a pop-up. And those are just parts of the game that you learn as you go on.
Meanwhile, Olivia Artie has had 4 strikeouts so far in the game.
Look at her use this pitch more up in the zone. We didn't see that as much in her great game against Italy to get them here. But if Washington is going to chase that pitch, she's going to want to continue to throw it there.
Harlow nicely steps in for Washington, and it's a first pitch strike from Olivia Artie.
Saw that last night against Italy, just peppering the zone early, sets everything up for Artie.
Right back to Artie, bounces off her glove to Ross Bouchard at second, and that gets away from the first baseman. An opportunity for Nicely to get to second. She gets down in time. That'll go down as an error that puts a runner in scoring position.
Oh, that's a tough play, because this comes right back up the middle, goes off of the pitcher's glove, so you've got to make a little bit of adjustment in your path. And so a little bit of a missed throw, but I love the way that Nicely is going to advance that extra 60 feet.
Kaya Ho'olulu. Both innings now, Washington has had a runner on second. Interesting for Kaya, from Washington, but a Yankees fan.
We're everywhere, just saying, Yankees fans.
Oh, gosh.
You can see Artie wanting to go back upstairs and see if Washington will still chase that pitch. It's going to be up to them to take it and make her come back down in the zone and bring them something closer, but they have to prove that they're not going to chase that pitch.
Yeah, absolutely, Amanda. You know, when you're in the circle, right? If you can get a team to bite after a pitch, no matter where it's at, you just keep going there until they prove that they can stay and lay off it.
This Canada team had to beat 2 other teams from Alberta to advance to the World Series. And that first game in regionals, Artie struck out 12. Pop up in the infield, Olivia Kolar leaping.
Well, I like that both of these pitchers get outs in different ways. They throw at different velocities. So Artie is going to be between 52, 53 miles an hour, but yet can still jam a hitter like the last hitter that just came up. Madison Locke going to throw 60, 61, 62 miles an hour. So you see all different velocities and speeds and ways to get outs at this level.
Well, she's retired 19 of the last 22 that she has faced. And there'll be a courtesy running for the catcher. So Harlow Nicely will come in from second, and Kaya Ho'olulu, who was the last recorded out, will take her place.
Now running at second base, number 4, Kaya Ho'olulu.
When you go in to be the courtesy runner when you're the last out, you don't have a lot of time to dwell on your last at bat because you definitely got out somehow. So you're probably a little bit frustrated. You have to go right back out there and run. You got to get over it quickly.
Keep your head in the game. Janessa Malone. She's a Mariners fan.
Because I get the look from Courtney.
Rolling, rolling. It's going to stay fair. Kolar picks it up, but not in time. Ho'olulu was rounding third, but got back.
Trying to induce a throw. Well, this is just a slow developing play. It's almost like a full swing bunt. Fielded well by Canada, but not really much of an opportunity.
Now the go-ahead run 60 feet away for Washington and Lucy Carpenter, the right fielder. Our favorite player is Reese Atwood, the Texas great, national champion.
Ball.
Checking the runner at third, it gets away. Washington is going to take the lead. Run scores on the error at the catcher.
Yeah, trying to work around the hitter in the right-handed batter's box, I think pulled that throw more toward the foul side and got away from the third baseman. The Canada making a couple extra throws in this inning that have not been necessary, that have led to a Washington run. These errors piling up.
Yeah, and Amanda, we talk about it a lot, especially at this age group. Sometimes the best throw is a no throw.
2 errors for Canada in this inning. And now it's 3 balls to Lucy Carpenter. Ball 4. Olivia Artie started this game so good. She struck out 4 of the first 5 batters that she faced, but a couple of errors are aiding Washington. Here's Ella Bowers. Big swing from Ella Bowers, whose favorite player is Paige Halstead. UCLA catcher, right?
Yeah, good memory for her.
One strike.
Ella had a special message she wanted to share too on her questionnaire. You are worth it no matter what. Don't let anybody tell you you're not.
Nice advice.
Big swing and a miss, and Olivia Artie back on track with her 5th strikeout, but not before Washington takes advantage of a couple of errors and scores a run.
My biggest inspiration is my mom. I want to be just like her when I play.
Maddie Locke set the tone.
A laser from Locke!
What was the conversation that your mom had with you after game one?
She just said that game doesn't matter anymore. It's time for the next one. Just do it for your team.
And Maddie Locke did do it for her team. Look at this family tree. Her mom, of course, was an Olympian, Olympic bronze medalist, brought the first medal home to Canada for softball. Her dad played in the majors. Her uncle also played in the MLB, Brett Laurie, and he lives nearby. So it's a family affair in the Locke and Laurie households.
Can you imagine a family picnic or a family reunion playing a little wiffle ball game? It might be competitive.
Very much so.
I have been at the travel ball fields with Danielle and her husband watching their daughters. It is intense. I will tell you that. Dad Drew, one of the assistants for this Washington team.
How fun.
Maddie's already gotten a hit in this game, and then in the circle, she has struck out 3 in that first inning.
You could see it in their motion in those quick clips of Danielle pitching at Washington and then Maddie pitching here, but just their same motion from how they bring the glove and ball over their head to go into their windup to how they finish the pitch. It looks so similar. Like if you've seen Danielle Laurie pitch, you watch Maddie pitch, you're like, wait, that looks like somebody. Oh, Danielle Laurie, her mom.
Well, and her changeup, so similar.
Should we go side by side?
No, here we go.
Let's do it.
So similar.
So amazing.
So cool.
I mean, look at this. It is uncanny how similar with the 1.5 windmill, front foot down, a little bit of a hop at the end.
I love that.
I have it a little low. Danielle out in the outfield prefers to, you know, stay out there, up on the deck. Elise Jeanette fouls this off. Locke struck out the first batter in this inning.
And it makes it even more connected, the fact that, you know, they're playing Canada, and Danielle represented Canada in the Olympics and won the bronze. I mean, just a really full circle moment, I'm sure, for Danielle to sit here and watch Maddie compete against a Canadian team.
And Locke working ahead, 1-2. The Canadian team who started this team 2 years ago, guys, they had a tough road, didn't win a single game, and then came back, and here they are at the World Series 1 year later.
The coaching staff talked about how it taught them so much about perseverance, resilience, all those great, powerful words that you learn on the diamond.
When we mentioned their energy in the dugout, that was actually something that their coach, Ozzie, mentioned as one of their strengths. High energy in the dugout. They never stop, always dancing, singing, always cheering for each other. And they really have been non-stop in there down the first base line.
That's when he knows that they're ready to go and they're loose and having fun.
Si elle vient te voir, vas-y fort, OK? Elle risque de venir avec une rapide. Prépare-toi.
This will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat for Elise Jeanette. And she's going to see a 9th pitch.
Doing a good job at protecting.
She's a multi-sport athlete, softball, hockey, and basketball.
swinging a bat here. Fouling off in, fouling off out, taking the changeup that is down. This is a great AB.
10 pitches. And Locke rings her up. 5 strikeouts for Maddie Locke.
Michelle, this kind of looks like it has a little bit of backdoor action to it. Kind of starts in the outside corner, cuts back across the plate. Do you see a little bit of that?
Yeah, I love the way that Maddie is not afraid to throw on the outer half. That's arm side to a left-handed hitter, but even the right-handed hitter, she likes to throw on the outer half. Just good control of being able to use both sides of the plate.
Like that,
yes.
I think her command just looks excellent today. Of course, yesterday or their last game, she had to pitch in the rain. The first game is the first game, and you have nerves. You know, it hasn't necessarily been ideal conditions for any of these athletes. All these World Series teams have been through tough weather the past few days. It's not been easy to be a pitcher pitching in drizzle, but now we have pretty blue skies going on right now. We'll take it.
Now it feels like ideal conditions now. 0-2 to Cassie Sear. Tawny takes it at third base. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Maddie Locke and this Washington defense. Washington leading this elimination game 1-0. Well, our two pitchers in the booth are happy about this one because each of the pitchers in this game have 5 strikeouts apiece. A little pitchers duel happening between Canada and Washington. This is an elimination game. Loser of this game is going home. The winner will play Friday at 1 Eastern against the loser of Florida and North Carolina. That game will happen tomorrow.
I think the pitcher inside of us could feel this one brewing before the game based on the last game that both of these pitchers threw. We were hoping we were going to get it. We've gotten it so far.
We've seen plenty of offense in this tournament already.
So seriously.
It's nice to have a little bit of a pitcher's duel.
Yeah, the only run in this game coming from an error in the last inning. Washington was able to scoot a run across. In fact, there were 2 errors by the Canadian defense in that inning. And Layla Bailey will lead off. It's 11-12 and 1 due up. It is continuous batting order, so every player on your roster is on the lineup card in Little League.
Another one of those rules I love about Little League is that, you know, nobody signs up to play softball to sit on the bench, right? So everybody gets to participate.
We've seen some rallies in the bottom half of the lineup as well, so it's not just been quick outs down there, the bottom of the lineup, being able to get in on the action, making the most of their ABs. I mean, they've highly contributed, the bottom half of the lineup have.
Bailey hops over to Olivia Kolar. 1 away. Let's check in with Chris.
Courtney, before the game, you could see the Canada team rocking these Greenville Fire Department hats, and this is the story behind it. That's Billy Le Breton. Earlier this week, she dislocated her finger, and the fire department transported her to the hospital to have it looked at. Well, they felt bad that Billy wasn't going to be able to play in today's game, so to support her, they gave her one of those hats. Well, the rest of the team was like, those are pretty cool. We want some as well, so the fire department gifted the entire team those hats, and they wore them pregame today. There's Billy cheering in the dugout.
Yeah, it was so good to see Billy back here. We saw her get injured yesterday in warm-ups, just going through her routine. And man, thank you so much to our first responders for helping her. And hey, it's a community thing here in Greenville, North Carolina.
Everywhere you go, all the shops have, you know, welcome to the Little League World Series participants, fans. It's great. It means a lot to the community.
There's Hannah Chenier.
Well, and even that happened in warm-ups yesterday when that happened to her finger, and the girls seemed to, like, they saw it, were a little bit like, oh, squeamish from it. So I was just impressed with how they were able to rebound from seeing their teammate get injured in pregame warm-ups and still be able to come out, fight hard, play in a close game against Italy, and be able to make it here in a 1-run win that they had 2-1.
Yeah, and came back because they were down 1-0. So it's a great game for Canada.
It's not easy when you see your teammate get injured, whether it's in warm-ups or in games. Sometimes that can really shake a team, especially young athletes like this.
On the full count, Olivia Artie is going to win that duel. It's strikeout number 6.
Look at her paint this outside corner with her fastball. Gets a little bit up in the zone with the call again. I'm noticing she's been thrown a little bit more up in this game. Getting the call, getting the top of the zone. 6 strikeouts, first time through the order for Artie.
Well, and that's the big decision for Washington. They're going to have to figure out which ones are strikes to attack and which ones are balls or out of the zone to watch.
And this is a big at-bat right here for Wright to come up with Maddie Locke on deck, because Canada is either going to have to face Locke with a runner on,
or to lead off the next inning. No, it gets past the first baseman, and the throw is a little bit wide from Artie in the circle, and Jalea Wright sets it up nicely for Maddie Locke.
A little bit of a defensive miscue here. It's a backhand. She's got plenty of time, but just doesn't square up, doesn't snap the throw back down, and it floats away. So big opportunity here now for Maddie Locke with a runner in scoring position.
Remember, Washington's other run was the result of a couple of errors, and now they've got a runner in scoring position with another error, and Maddie Locke is going to knock her home. It's rolling back to the warning track. Washington leads 2-0 thanks to Maddie Locke. Now 5 consecutive hits for Maddie.
Well, I think Maddie has seen 2 pitches in this game and gotten 2 hits, and that's why that was so important for Wright to put the ball in play, make Canada make a play on her, and then pass the bat to Locke, who just is aggressive early in the count, knowing Artie's been throwing strikes early.
Yeah, she just times this up perfectly. And I love the fact that she's aggressive, knowing that. You know, it'd be very easy for Maddie to go up there and want to watch a pitch, but she doesn't. Her dad calls her one of the best hitters and pitchers, but specifically hitters in the state of Washington. Mom flexing it out, just like Maddie is. Love the smile.
2 pitches, 2 hits for Maddie. My goodness. Drew, no expression. Locked in. No pun intended.
Yeah, he's been good at first, telling him immediately, head to second. Yeah, be aggressive, giving good advice.
Remember, Danielle hit a little bit too. I know Drew did as well, but Danielle not only pitched, she definitely was an offensive player as well.
100%, had great power.
And JoJo Day fouls off that pitch.
It's a good opportunity to get more if you're Washington, not satisfied with just the 2 runs that you have on the board, knowing that Canada can bring the energy on offense. So runner in scoring position, 3-hole up. The door is open for more runs for Washington here.
JoJo Day hops it to left. Maddie Locke is going to try to come home. 3-0 Washington, and Day diving back into first.
Well, this is a great job by JoJo. This is a pitch on the outer half that she actually is able to get. She struck out on a pitch that was out of the zone on the outside corner. This one, she makes sure that it's a strike. She drives it the opposite way. Really good timing on that, letting that ball travel. And most importantly, scoring Maddie Locke from second.
That's her second RBI of the tournament for JoJo Day. Washington getting after it with these 2 outs. Remember, the error allowed a runner to reach all the way to second, and then that brought up Maddie Locke.
Yeah, it's been 3 errors for Canada in this game. That's been tough. We've seen more errors today on Elimination Day than we saw in yesterday's game. Japan struggled with that as well in an earlier game.
Madison Tawney foul ball. Yeah, all 3 runs for Washington unearned.
Look at the camera.
Look at this little slugger.
Say hi.
Oh my goodness.
So cute.
Adorable.
And she's got a Toy Story outfit on.
Oh my God.
Yes, she does.
Madison Tawney finds grass. JoJo Day speeding around to third. Washington's found something that works.
Well, watch Day on this hit. She gets a good lead, almost like she was going on the pitch, just head down, expecting to take 2 bases on that ball to right field. Like that base running there by Washington, every 60 feet matters.
Three straight hits since the error by Canada. And now Avery Kalamusa, who struck out in her first at bat. Going to take the first pitch over to Kolar, who bobbles it, and no opportunity to make a play, score another run.
And all of this happening with 2 outs. First 2 hitters got out, including a strikeout, and then it was the error to right that opened up the door and the scoring here for Washington.
Harlow nicely reached on an error in the second.
Well, Washington making some adjustments. More of their hitters are up in the box.
Ball.
And I think they're catching that high pitch a little bit more early before it approaches the plate.
Harlow, it's a slow one to Ross Bouchard. Some errors cost Canada as Washington is able to play 3 more runs. This game, elimination, you gotta win or your season ends. Welcome back to the Little League Softball World Series, presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. It's turned into a beautiful day here. Game Changer, the official scorekeeping technology partner of the Little League World Series. Coach smarter, connect live, and replay the action on Game Changer, the #1 youth sports app. Live the game like never before. Stalling Stadium at Elm Street Park here in Greenville, North Carolina. That has been the site of the Little League Softball World Series since 2021. We expanded to 12 teams in 2022. We're ready to crown a champion on Sunday at 3 Eastern on ABC. Both of these teams trying to fight their way to get there. So far, Washington taking advantage of some errors by this Canada team. 4 errors today for Team Canada and 4 runs across the board for Washington. Maddie Locke in the circle for Washington has struck out 5. And Sophie Lemieux will lead off for Canada.
Yeah, Maddie's been just pounding the zone. 5 of the 6 outs, as you mentioned, Courtney, via the strikeout.
First 2 games, 7 strikeouts. Today, 5 through 7 batters faced.
I definitely think she just looks the most comfortable by far here in this game that we've seen her here in Greenville.
And that last pitch, a changeup, just so nasty.
Which is such a good pitch for her to have, is more of a power pitcher. I mean, if she's throwing 60+ miles an hour, you're going to consider her at this age a power pitcher. So for her to have a changeup, like, you don't see that very often with a higher velocity pitcher to have a great changeup the way that she has.
That's strikeout number 6. Her pitch distribution, man, 10 balls to 29 strikes thrown in this game.
That last pitch had some really good late break to it, but she's able to go up in the zone on the right and change speeds with the changeup on the left.
So think about it. You're 12, 13 years old, and this is what you have to deal with in that pitch on the outer half. You're right, Amanda. It's got like some late sharp break, almost a little bit of backdoor action. So just a very lively arm for Maddie Locke.
Alexia Parra at the plate for Team Canada, trying to get some momentum going here. The team from Repentigny, Quebec. Her favorite band, Imagine Dragons. Good choice.
Yeah, they've got some bangers.
Yeah. And Locke's ahead, 0-2. Back-to-back strikeouts for Locke. The professional softball returns to Greenville for the 2026 AUSL Pro Game presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. It's tonight at 7 p.m. on ESPN2. You can learn more at littleleague.org/athletesunlimited. Team Italy and Team Kentucky both out in right field watching on these games. We'll see Team Kentucky compete tomorrow. There's Michaela Knight, Curly as she's known.
So everybody will go from here, maybe take a little bit of a break, and then head to the pro game tonight at East Carolina Stadium, and they'll be able to be there in person watching them compete against each other. Team Fernandez, so Lisa Fernandez versus Team Watley, Natasha Watley going up against each other.
Bunt towards the third base side, first base side. Maddie Locke tried to get there.
It's a good sneaky bunt, and I was just thinking about the type of offense that Canada has and how their head coach Ozzie Pele had told us that every single person in this lineup can bunt, and with the way that Maddie Locke has been rolling, getting a bunch of strikeouts, this would be a great time to use their short game and put pressure on the corners.
You're good. 121, 121, OK?
Bottom of the order with Ava Benoit.
All 3 innings, Maddie has started out the inning with 2 strikeouts for 2 quick outs.
And again, just such good control. First pitch of this at bat on the inner half. Now she goes to the outer half. Works ahead 0-2. Look at that first pitch strikes. 8 of the 11 hitters she's thrown first pitch strikes to.
8 strikeouts as Maddie Locke continues to rack them up.
Well, she is just starting to freeze these hitters. This has been 2 of the 3 innings she has struck out the side, being able to work both sides of the plate, change speeds, go up, down. Maddie Locke is locked in.
Greenville, North Carolina. We have been here since 2021 for the Little League Softball World Series. A beautiful spot to play some softball for 12 of the best Little League teams all over the world. Of course, home to East Carolina University. And there's where we are, Stallings Stadium. And Chris, we love a little history of this stadium if you got some for us.
This stadium, Courtney, opened in 1951, and I ran into 2 gentlemen who were here during the first game that played in the very first game to ever be played on this park. That's Bobby Edwards and Joe Moy. They are 85 years old, drove in from Winston-Salem and Atlanta to come support the Little League Softball today. They brought out their scrapbook with old scores and stats, and we're showing them around to everyone just to create some memories and remind themselves of what it was like when they played back here in 1951. 2 years after that, in 1953, together they won the first district championships for boys Little League Baseball.
How cool is that, guys? That is amazing.
It is amazing. You know, Little League Baseball has been around a very long time. Dr. Creighton Hale, who used to be the CEO of Little League Baseball, was one of the first. This was one of the first organizations to really protect children in the sense of helmets and all sorts of safeguards to make sure that the young athletes were going to be protected, even like riding home from Little League practices, all sorts of implementation of protocols to make sure the children were safe. So it's really been great to understand and know the history of the Little League organization over the years, baseball and softball.
This has become the home of the Little League Softball World Series since 2021. Washington's got a 4-0 lead. They've capitalized on 4 errors by Team Canada as both of these squads fighting for their seasons to continue in this elimination game.
Can we also talk about how cool it is that they're still in touch all these years later?
Yes.
And playing together in 1951 and then showing up for a game together in 2026.
Amazing.
I mean, softball, our sports bring us together.
Absolutely. And you can see it here with the young ladies from around the world. Italy, Japan, Puerto Rico. So fun.
And we've seen the teams getting to know each other. I mean, yesterday we saw Team Japan and Team California doing some Cupid Shuffle, little Cupid Shuffle before the game, before they played each other.
So great.
And Team Italy out there watching on with Team Kentucky. Kaya Ho'olulu is leading off for Washington. Olivia already has struck out 6 today. But the errors have been costly.
Three balls, 2 strikes. Play. Time.
That one hits Kaya Ho'olulu. She will take her base. Follow the amazing kids as they experience their own Little League World Series adventure. Download the Little League World Series app and watch highlights, photos, schedules, and more available in the App Store for Apple and Android devices. And man, have we had some highlights. We've had 2 home runs hit. We've had some amazing defensive catches. SportsCenter Top 10, number 1, Lucy Callett yesterday.
Great catch.
That's hard to do. You think about how many baseball games are on in MLB and just even also the Little League Baseball regionals I think are going on. I mean, there's a lot of probably competition to grab that number 1 SportsCenter play, and she got it.
Now for Team Connecticut. Janessa Malone fouls off another pitch from Artie. Hey, got some local Little Leaguers here. Runner going to second.
Good job of reading that ball down, taking advantage, picking up that additional 60 feet.
Just relaxing.
Chilling out, waving to the camera.
Janessa Malone pokes it through to right. Runner coming around, looking to add more for Washington. Safe. It's 5-0 Washington.
Look at this barrel control to go up and get a pitch with 2 strikes, stay on top of it, get the top half of the ball, and just shoot it the other way. Good base running by Ho'olulu. Score from second base. That slide was perfect at home.
And Janessa Malone has her first hit of the World Series. Diving back into first. Lucy Carpenter up at the plate.
One ball.
Lucy's been a surprise for this Washington team. Kind of came out of nowhere to earn a spot. That one hops down the line. And that's the first out, but she does move her teammate Malone to second. Now, Sunday against Florida, Washington was 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. Much better over the last 2 games, 7 for 18 with 8 RBI.
I love that, making adjustments. I've seen them make a little bit of adjustment earlier in the game. They were back swinging at pitches high in the zone. They've moved up on the plate, but also up in the box, trying to catch that high pitch before it moves.
Ball. 8. Hey, 8. Make sure your toes are
You have to remember this Washington team beat a very good Avery Cox, who threw with great velocity, so making that adjustment to move up. Because the speed differential is a little bit different with Artie, who's going to be a little bit more in the mid to low 50s versus Avery Cox, who was up near 60 miles an hour.
Yeah, that was their opponent yesterday, Avery Cox and the Texas team. 2 balls to Ella Bowers. Ball 3, that one gets away, and runner is at third. That should be ball 4, yeah. They hesitate, sometimes makes me hesitate. The other day, it was a run roll, the game was over, and I thought they were going to keep playing.
Yes, exactly.
Layla Bailey now with an opportunity here. She's got runners on the corners, just 1 away. Runner going to second. That ball hops up, and Malone had to dive back into third.
She got a little bit tricked thinking that that throw was going to go all the way through, and that's Canada playing that first and third situation, acting like they're going to throw all the way through to second base. Instead, Artie cuts it off and makes a quick throw to 3.
Here we go, batter.
Got her to swing on that one for strike 2.
Yeah, nice swing, just a little bit late. Getting underneath her hands.
Hops past the left fielder, 1 run across. Washington looking for a couple. They get it. And Layla Bailey has her first hit, not just at the World Series, but also going back to the regional.
How about the adjustment? She swung through that same pitch a pitch earlier, but this time she gets the barrel down to it, Amanda.
It hits it hard. An in-at-bat adjustment for Layla Bailey, coming through with a couple of RBIs, and now Washington up by 7. You know, we talked to Jeff Crawford, the manager of this Washington team. He talked about, and Michelle, you had mentioned it earlier, but losing that first state championship game is something that lit a fire, and something clicked with this team. As it looks like we're going to take a pitching change. We'll talk about that later.
That's what we call a tease in the business. Pitching change for Canada. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome back to the Little League Softball World Series presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Washington putting the pressure on Canada, and Team Canada forced to make a pitching change. Ava Benoit will come into the circle to replace Livia Artie.
Yeah, Benoit has a curveball, fastball, and changeup. Her favorite subject is art. Currently kind of shaking her hand a little bit. See her moving her wrist, and we'll see have an outfield change. It looks like it's currently happening right now too.
Cassie Sear and Alexia Parra switching right and left. Sear now in left. I will say, back when you had to have an at-bat and also play in the field, talk about scorecard being a mess.
Yes.
The substitutions, we had a board with magnets that had their name on it.
That's right.
And they would shift them every inning.
You needed that because the big eraser came out and just ripped up your piece of paper anyway. So that was a lot.
But now everybody gets a chance to bat. And Ava Benoit will first see Hannah Chenier step into the box to face her. Washington has scored 3 runs in this 4th inning. We saw Benoit for a 1/3 of an inning against North Carolina on Monday. Came in relief of Artie. Chenier, just rolled foul. I mean, it danced down that line.
You can hit a dirt clump on the line and whoop, made it go foul.
Hannah Chenier does have speed, by the way. If she can make some contact, she finished top 5 in her district in the 200-meter and 100-meter hurdles, 4x100 relay. And her dad has a fascinating job. He is a baseball data scientist for the Seattle Mariners. There's mom and dad in the stands. So he provides them all kinds of data heading into games. Strikeout for Ava Benoit as she enters this game.
I'll give her a little bit of confidence. Love that for Ava. Attack the zone right away. Gets a little smile toward the dugout. That's what it's all about right there.
Top of the order, Jalea Wright. Jalea was able to reach last time up thanks to an error, and that allowed Maddie Locke to come to the plate. Same situation here. If she can get on, Maddie Locke's ready to step in the box, and she already has a single and a double today. Runner going. Interesting slide.
Yeah, a little bit late.
But Layla Bailey's there. She kind of got stuck when she slid and then hopped over the plate.
That's one of the things you start to learn about this age is when to slide. Sometimes you're too early, you don't reach the base, and sometimes you're too late and you're falling into the base.
Sometimes you really hope that you don't have to slide, so you put it off for as long as possible, and then you become late, you know, like, oh, can I just go in standing up? No, I got to get down. Our coach is going to get mad at me.
Exactly.
Also, the eye black, I use that term loosely, that Layla Bailey has over there, and some of these players have on their cheeks. That is one swipe. Me and you thought that it was like 3 different eye blacks or eye blue, white, and red, but that is a one swipe that makes those 3 colors.
It's a special eye black stick. We saw him doing it pregame. And you know, of course we have the footage for it.
Of course we do.
Look at this.
Look at that. How
It's like a
impressive
bump
is
up.
that?
Yep. I don't think I've seen eye black like that before. So cool.
Right, hopping out of the way. Runner's going to try to come home. Got her at the plate. Benoit applies the tag. I'm asking for the crowd to get fired up. Washington, though, in control here as they score 3 runs in that 4th inning. Summer Forever is absolutely right. Hey, look at that softball. She's doing well with those autographs.
Got a lot of room for a lot of autographs.
Yes, that's why you got the big one. Well, don't forget, the winner of this game will face the loser of the Florida-North Carolina game that'll take place tomorrow. Maddie Locke working in the circle. She's retired 20 of the last 23 batters that she has faced and 8 strikeouts today.
She's been outstanding, really locating her pitches, using a lot of different pitches, Amanda.
Her ball has really tight spin, I think, today. You can tell the movement that she has, just such good control today. No walks for her the first time through the order. This will be the second time through that these Canada hitters will take a look at her. Only 10 balls the whole game.
Yeah, just the top of the order with Charlie Ross Bouchard. Who struck out to start this game.
And we have Harlow nicely back behind the plate, catching Maddie, and Coach Crawford really raved about Harlow back behind the plate, saying that she's the toughest kid I've ever seen, able to handle anything. Maddie really trusts her. You can tell that they work very well together as Maddie gets her 9th strikeout of the day. But I mean, a good pitcher is really nothing without a good catcher who can handle her. And you can tell that Harlow nicely handles her very well.
And she's caught Maddie the last 4 years, so they've got a lot of experience together.
So important. The nuances, you learn each other, you know what you want to throw, the locations.
A tough moment for her, I think, in yesterday's game or maybe the day before, but you could see that toughness come out from her back behind the plate. Maybe she was feeling some pain, uncomfortable, and she hung in there knowing that her team needs her if she was going to be able to tough it out.
Well, for Harlow, Amanda, her dream job is either to go into the Air Force or be a marine biologist.
It's good to have options.
I know, right?
That are really different, because you don't know how you're going to feel in a few years. Or a decade, I should say, I guess.
Yeah, because you're 12. Olivia Puga up the middle. Third hit of the World Series for Olivia Puga. Well, tomorrow it is Major League Baseball on ESPN as the Royals host the Twins, 7:30 Eastern, also streaming on the ESPN app. Can Canada start the rally here with Olivia Kolar at the plate? She singled off of Maddie Locke in the first inning. Now she's got a teammate on. Hits it right back to Locke, who's going to second. And the hesitation to try to turn two had an opportunity there, but they will get the lead runner.
Number 12, the catcher, Lena Pillay.
Two down with the catcher Lena Pillay stepping in, struck out in the first inning. Takes the first pitch up the middle. Canada getting aggressive. Two hits up the middle for Team Canada in this inning.
Now, Ozzie Pele talked about how much Lena looks up to his brother, who made it to the majors. He was drafted by the Pirates in 2007, then traded to the Red Sox and played 5 to 6 years in the minor leagues. But his brother is the hero for his daughter. She likes to wear number 12 for him. Even wrote a presentation, a school presentation about his brother. So a really close connection, family connection that they have in the Pele family with his brother.
Well, an uncle bought her some catching gear, so that may have helped a little bit too.
Absolutely.
It was cute when he was telling that story. He was like, favorite aunts and uncles, that's what happens, right?
Olivia Artie. We got a shoe tie happening over at first base. You can't do it with the oven mitt on. That's right. Reaching for it, puts it in a perfect spot. Olivia Artie. Canada's going to plate their first run of the game. And Canada's starting to feel out. Maddie Locke in the circle.
Artie just able to get around this pitch. She barrels it up a little bit out in front of it and is able to poke it into left field. The off-speed pitch, it just hung a little bit, and Canada's on the board.
Remember Benoit, after that strikeout that she had in her relief appearance to get out of the inning, she told the crowd, get up, let's go. And they're bringing that energy into the dugout, scoring a run, breaking up this shutout. There's still time in this game, especially if they continue to string some good at-bats together the way that they're doing, being able to handle these pitches that are down the zone that Maddie's throwing.
Alice Jonette behind 0-2 to Locke with 2 on.
lancer, tu reviens fort, OK? Vas-y, fort!
Canada's got 5 hits today. They had 5 hits in their first 2 games.
Two outs. These Canadian base runners getting some big long leads. Looking to try to advance.
Here comes the 1-2 to Jonette. Maddie Locke's going to try to pick off the runner. It was close.
Maddie's seeing it too. She's like, hey, you're a little bit too far off. I'm going to keep you close. That was a nice pitch too on the outer half. Didn't get the call.
Foul off into nicely behind the plate. Shake off, but got a smile on her face.
Need a breath? You getting beat up out here, kiddo? Yeah. You good?
Good time.
Need a water or anything? All right, let's go, kiddo.
As we told you, she's going to go right back to work.
Tough kiddo.
How about this at bat again by Joannette, who had an epic at bat. She ended up striking out in her first at bat in the second inning, but 8th pitch of the at bat coming here. I think her first one was 10 pitches.
Yes. And Maddie Locke's going to strike her out here, too. That is 10 strikeouts for Locke in the circle for Washington, and they lead 7-1.
Locke smacks this one to center field. Bailey Cox going back, and it's gone! A laser from Locke to dead center field. And Washington has its first run of the week.
That was yesterday in the second inning. Maddie Locke with a home run, the 7th outside the park home run at the World Series since 2021. We've had 2 this year. We had 2 home runs last year. I think the year before that, I don't think we had any. So saw him early on. Avery Cox was the other one to hit a home run. And she's coming up on deck. That is Maddie Locke is.
Well, Maddie let Avery Cox provide the power on that one. She was on time. Avery Cox throws 60+ miles an hour, and Maddie Locke was just 100% on time with that pitch. Got herself one center cut and sent it right back up the middle of the field.
Beautiful swing, lots of power. Everybody loves the home run.
Well, and she hit it off of the pitcher that had the only other home run of the World Series,
Right.
Avery Cox. So power on power between those two.
At the top of the order, Jalea Wright didn't get to finish her AB, so she is back. And like the first pitch, Ross Bouchard takes it at second. And that will bring up Maddie Locke to the plate. Locke has seen 2 pitches and has 2 hits in this game. 5 consecutive hits, too.
Yeah, she's been stellar.
We need to see if she's aggressive early in the count again. She has only seen 2 pitches in this game. We'll see if she swings to this first pitch now.
Yeah, first time seeing Ava in the circle.
Ava Benoit entered this game in the last inning and got the strikeout. Maddie Locke hard hopper to Kolar, slings it across and retires Locke, who was on a roll.
Well, Kolar is so good at third base. I mean, she is a player, Michelle. We've seen her go up to the plate, take big hacks. She is intense, aggressive in all the right ways. Being able to stop that backhand for a ball that is coming hard off the bat of Locke, that was a nice play.
Impressive. We've actually seen some really good third base glove work in this tournament.
Specifically today.
Yes, outstanding.
Through these 2 elimination games. JoJo Day.
One ball, one strike. Ball.
Benoit goes outside.
She's throwing with a little bit more velocity than what Coach Pele told us she was going to throw. She said, or he's told us 47 to 50. I think Benoit has been amped up for her relief appearance. Getting the crowd involved, looking at them, doing the motion of like, let's go. But love that she's been ready to come into this game. She has been a difference maker for Canada and just trying to change the tides here.
Well, one of her goals is to pitch in the NCAA. Working towards it. They told us that Benoit is one of the players that just communicates so well with her teammates and really helps keep this team connected.
And always happy.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
Well, and all of them answer, what would you do if you won the lottery? And Benoit said that she would give money to cancer research and put the rest towards softball seasons.
Wow. Good decisions. I like that. You can tell how sweet she is.
JoJo Day towards center. Scooting over is Artie, who just took over that position in center field. A 1-2-3 inning for Canada, and they'll grab the bats, try to catch up to Washington.
2 strikeouts in every inning in this elimination game against Canada. She is thrown with so much control on both sides of the plate.
10 strikeouts through her 4 complete innings of work. And look at the rotation on the ball and specifically the locations over the plate. Really good job of controlling the zone.
Being able to get lots of swings and misses, double-digit strikeouts for Maddie Locke, and having a great day at the plate as well with a couple of hits. This is what we've seen her do for back-to-back games now.
Yeah, she came into this game with 7 strikeouts over 2 games, and now she's got 10 here in this game, the 5th with double-digit strikeouts in a game through the first 4 innings here at the World Series. Winner of this game gets their season to continue and will advance on to Friday. They either get Florida or North Carolina, whoever loses that contest tomorrow. We saw some more life out of these Canadian bats in the last inning. Can they continue that momentum? Plated their first run of the game in the last inning. And Cassie Sear will start things off. It'll be 7-8-9 due up for Team Canada.
Well, Maddie's definitely shown that she can really locate her pitches. You know, she's got the ability to go outside, come inside. You know, we talk about what is control, right? You command pitches, command the pitch to move in a different direction, to drop, to rise, the curve. But control is about locations and where you're going to throw it.
1 strike. Play.
It's the ability to throw a ball when you want to and a strike when you have to.
Well, I think she's done a better job than in that first game against Florida, who has one of the best offenses here of not missing so much over the heart of the plate. And I think that went back to nerves and
Yes.
and just it's tough to play here for the first time. You're on national TV, of course. Her mom is her mom, so there's that added layer of pressure. You know, that's nothing against Danielle, but it's just like, man, my mom is Danielle Laurie, and everybody knows that, and so we're all talking about it, and so you feel a little bit more expectations and pressure to live up and play big.
Cassie Sear looking like a little golf swing out to right field. Lucy Carpenter there with the scoop. The Little League thanks its official sponsors, including Off Repellents and Easton Softball, whose support helps create meaningful experiences for communities, volunteers, and young athletes all season. Little League also thanks its dedicated volunteers who make a lasting impact on millions of children worldwide. I apologize, that was Hannah Chenier, who has been put out in right field for Team Washington. Hey there. Sophie Lemieux.
One ball, 2 strikes.
Strikeout number 11.
Rotation over the top. Really good location. Just hammers that arm side, but not afraid to come inside either.
Danielle Laurie finish of hers. Good shot from back behind the catcher. We know that hop at the end very well.
Absolutely.
Alexia Parra.
And that's the pitch, too, on the outer half that you can really see the way Maddie comes around her back, around her hip, and it's got that great swoop movement. It's a curve to it. It's more downspin, but because of the way she gets some English from the way her arm comes around her body, it's just got a lot of good break. And that's the pitch I think she's controlling better today. Against Florida, she had a hard time controlling that pitch a little bit. She missed down on the zone. She missed a little bit outside. I think she's been a little bit more mechanically sound the last 2 days, and you could tell with her pitching.
And Maddie Locke is cooking in the circle. Give her 12 strikeouts today.
It's the type of thing that is going to give you a ton of confidence moving forward, working toward that championship game. Still a little ways away, but a dozen strikeouts, that fills your confidence bucket. And Danielle Laurie out in right field, her mom loving looking on.
From top to bottom, they've got a ton of offensive firepower. They're hitting it hard. They're playing small ball. North Carolina can do no wrong.
Curley swings, and Kentucky plates 3 more.
It is all Florida in Greenville. Avery Little just matches. I mean, he absolutely crushes the softball.
Okay, we got our taste of pitching today, ladies. So tomorrow, get your bat ready. We have got some heavy hitters coming in with our lineup of 2 games in the winners portion of the bracket. This Florida team, Amanda, I mean, we knew right away how good they were with the bats on Sunday.
Their bats definitely showed up here to North Carolina, outscoring opponents 29-0. First team with multiple run rules since 2022. All these offenses are great.
And then how about Kentucky? They hit 208 at regionals, but 26 runs here, the most by a Central team since 2022. They've been whacking it around the park as well.
Yeah, and it has been so much fun to watch. Oh, by the way, Florida's only hitting 533 in the tournament. It's fine, no big deal.
Gaudy numbers.
It'll be Florida and North Carolina. That'll be the matchup tomorrow, our first of 2 games. And then Puerto Rico and Kentucky. Madison Toddy to lead off the top of the 6th here for Washington, trying to add some more insurance as Canada will have one last opportunity in the bottom of this inning. Season on the line. And a Washington team that has turned things around from getting run ruled on Sunday 14-0 by that Florida team to now beating Texas and trying to close it out against Canada.
That can feel like a low of all lows, leaving that game. Getting run ruled, your hopes are so high coming in here, and then bam, the first game you play on opening day, getting beat like that, that can be a confidence crusher, but this team rebounded well.
Madison Tawney right to the center fielder, and Livia Artie, who's been tested on the last 2 plays since coming into center field.
First baseman, number 2, Avery
Avery Calamusa will step in. And this is a Washington team that, watch the team from Mill Creek represent Washington here at the Little League Softball World Series last year, a team that they know pretty well. Got the inspiration to try to make a run themselves, and here they are after going undefeated in the regional and never trailing. Calamusa just past the left fielder. Speeding to second as the ball goes to the warning track. She's looking for third. Sliding in, and she's gonna get it.
I love it. You can hear all the Washington fans.
Avery Calamusa.
Gets on plane with that pitch and stays on it for a long time. Head down. Does not pull that front shoulder whatsoever. All the way to the fence and then all the way to third for a triple for Moose.
Her second hit of the World Series. First extra base hit. Brings us to the catcher, Harlow Nicely. Back at the pitcher. Nicely plates a run as Calamusa comes home. 8-1.
Pitch hits a little bit inside, but because she's off the plate, she's going to strike this right back up the middle. Just stays on plane, on time. 100 hopper back up the middle, does the work, does the job to play another run.
Kaya Ho'olulu. Talk about multi-sport athletes. Soccer and wrestling and softball. All for Kaya. Foul ball.
Those are three completely different sports. Like, I mean, as this
no
one
kidding.
just barely goes foul. Umpire just right there to see it. Close, close, close.
Very close.
But soccer with your feet, softball more with your arms, right?
Yeah.
And then wrestling, full body experience.
Woo. Heads up, Jeff.
Hey, same thing, Kyle. You got this, kid.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Play.
Woo. Good moves to get out of the way.
She's out, she's out, she's out.
They're saying strike out. Runner slides into second. A second strikeout for Benoit. Well, Kaya's staying out there because I think they're going to use a courtesy runner for Harlow Nicely, who is the catcher, who's now at second.
I think she's still upset she struck out.
Well, this is the second time she's having to be the courtesy runner because of the fact that she got out.
Runner at second base for Northwest, number 4, Kaya Ho'olulu. And the batter, number 1, Janessa Malone.
2 down for Janessa Malone. This Washington group plated 3 runs in the third, 3 runs in the fourth to really control this game before Canada was able to score its only run in the bottom of the 4th inning. Runner going to third. Did you see the sports for Janessa Malone?
Yes.
Gymnastics and wrestling.
Wrestling, I know. I was like very interested in that.
One more, 2 strikes.
Ross Bouchard laying out for it, runner safe. Bouchard did a good job of stopping that ball from going out into the grass, but couldn't get the throw there in time.
For Northwest, number 3, Lucy Carpenter.
Here we go, batter.
9 runs on the board now for this Washington team. Lucy Carpenter wants to be a softball coach.
Ball. Ball.
Ava Benoit trying to find the zone here. 3 balls to Carpenter.
Yeah, we've seen it before. Sometimes that third out of the inning can be elusive.
Ball.
Ball 4.
Washington continuing to pass the bat.
Ella Bowers.
Ella Bowers walked the last time up. Well, she's got 2-1, 2 down. Washington has brought home 2 runs in this inning.
Ball.
One goes behind the batter. And both runners advance on the wild pitch.
Benoit was doing so good with her command, and it just started to fall off a little bit in this long inning. There she is shaking her hand again. Maybe she hit her hip in her release, or it came out of her hand weird, kind of made her fingers feel funny, but she's trying to get this last out for her team.
Yeah.
One strike. Play.
Good job there. Hanging in there. Bowers is fouling off a lot of pitches.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Nicole Ella, the heart of this team, will do whatever it takes, whatever her team needs to win. She's ready to do it. Hit it back to Benoit in the circle. Last chance for Canada. Can Maddie Locke and this Washington defense shut them down and stay alive? The Little League Softball World Series is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Every season starts at Dick's. And in part by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need.
A beast in the circle this afternoon for Washington, working both sides of the plate. A lot of great sharp movement, typical for a college level pitcher. But Maddie Locke at 12 years old has been painting a perfect, masterful piece of work here for this Washington Little League team. Great drop ball, pitches on the corners, and little bit of sign language to the dugout. Hey, I want to maybe throw some off-speed pitches, Dad. Call some pitches for me.
And we showed you 9 of her 12 strikeouts from 9 different camera angles. So.
Oh, that's cool. And no base on balls. How about that? What an impressive afternoon for this young lady.
And she's going to start with the first pitch strike to Isabella DeShine. Canada's got 3 outs to work with and dig out of a pretty big hole. Elimination game here. The winner will play next on Friday, either Florida or North Carolina.
It's going to be all about finishing right here for Maddie Locke to feel extra confident leaving this game. If not walked anybody at this point, going right at these hitters and trying to get a fast 3 outs and carry this momentum into Friday.
Washington's offense really capitalized on 4 errors early by this Canada team. And of course, Maddie Locke just wheeling and dealing in the circle. This one hops back into her glove.
For Canada, the pitcher, 19, Ava Benoit.
Well, now Locke gets ready to face Ava Benoit, who just took over in the circle a couple of innings ago for Team Canada.
That outside.
Off the end of the bat to Jalea Wright at second, 2 down.
That's the other thing this Washington team has just done such a better job of is played better defense in that first game. In that 14-0 loss, it wasn't just Maddie Locke giving up hits to a very strong offense. Their defense just did not make plays behind her.
Yeah, there were some routine pop flies, some routine ground balls that weren't made. And, you know, it's hard when the team gets in that spiral. It can be tough to recover from, but they have been outstanding the last couple games, led by Maddie in the circle, of course, but the defense getting it done behind her.
And Canada down to its final out. Top of the order, Charlie Ross Bouchard has struck out twice.
Good job at getting out of the way, that one. You see that look? Like,
yeah.
I just went right over her helmet. Look, chin music. So Maddie's going to work the outer half now.
There's not been a base runner get to third base against Maddie Locke in this game. Excuse me. Sorry. I forgot there was a home run that scored, so they definitely did. But besides the one run, I mean, it's been 3 up, 3 down, or just getting to first. I mean, that's how dominant that she's been.
Yes.
Canada came out with some energy in that 4th inning. A couple of 3 up, 3 down innings for Maddie so far in this game.
That's a fair ball. Got her. And Washington will play another day here at the World Series. Maddie Locke strikes out 12, and her defense backs her up. Washington wins 9-1.
What a great effort by this Washington team. And I love the fact that...
Oh, they're actually going to review this last play. Canada is going to challenge the play.
But if this play does hold, I love the fact that the defense, she rolled 3 ground balls and potentially got all 3 outs.
And clearly the ball gets there, and that should be an out as it was called on the field.
Yep, great play. Nice pick. Backhanded pick, I mean, that's impressive.
And the stretch at the same time.
And they go with the call on the field that she is out, and Washington is advancing. First back-to-back wins for a Washington team since 2018 here at the World Series. And you can't say enough about how impressive it is for them to be run-rolled in their first game and the turnaround that we've seen these last 2 days from this Washington team.
I think one of the things we've heard the theme of a lot of these different teams is the resiliency. At some point, they've had to overcome a loss in a tournament or a loss in this World Series to be able to bounce back. I love the fact that these teams are doing that.
And they know that they can do it. And adjustments defensively, offensively, in the circle, really in all aspects of the game for Washington has led them to have 2 comeback wins after the first loss.
12 strikeouts for Maddie Locke, who entered this game with 7 through 2 games in the World Series. And also got it done with her bat, a double and a single. A little RBI action for Maddie Locke as Washington wins 9-1. We'll see them again on Friday. And Maddie Locke is with Chris.
Maddie, congratulations. 12 strikeouts today. What were you feeling today in the circle to be so dominant?
I was feeling really confident in my stuff today because everything was working, and that's what led to it.
Your mom told me y'all had a conversation. What was kind of the advice to handle the moment and the pressure maybe from you and your dad about handling the elimination moments?
She said that this game, it's like gonna be hard, but you just gotta keep battling through it. And even if stuff goes wrong, just like keep fighting through it.
What's been the best part of this experience being with these girls, being with your dad in the dugout?
The best experience has been how much we've came since the Florida game. We've been so much more energized, and we've just been so much better as a team.
Great stuff today. Congratulations. We'll see you in a couple days.
Thank you.
Guys.
Now you can tell the energy is different, the confidence is different for this Washington team, and so they will get a break after playing 2 days in a row, but they advance here in Greenville. Congratulations to this Canada team on an awesome season, and for a third year in a row, that Little League getting back here to the World Series. But their run comes to an end. Washington is moving on, and they will face the loser of that Florida-North Carolina game, which will take place tomorrow. New Jersey also advanced earlier today. They will play again on Friday, the loser of Puerto Rico and Kentucky. And what a day. 2 back-to-back days of pressure of elimination games, and we've seen teams step up to the plate and step up to the task, just like we saw Washington do today. 12 strikeouts for Maddie Locke, 9 runs on the board for this Washington team, and they are advancing here at the Little League Softball World Series. We will see you tomorrow for some winners bracket games here in Greenville, North Carolina. But for now, Washington beats Canada 9-1.